Georgia Farm!
Hello and welcome back to Georgia Farm, where apparently I'm still mega busty for some reason, because I haven't uninstalled the mods I was looking at before. But whatever, maybe that'll make things easier for Clint should he have to marry me, because Clint and Sandy have been confirmed to be future marriage candidates. It happened on a special video premiere that Concerned Ape did on his channel, where he pulled out an envelope and told us the good news. It came after a nostalgic video about the past 10 years of Stardew Valley. It was lovely. This news raises a lot of questions, like how the heck am I going to put up with being married to Clint? And will he still charge us to upgrade his tools? We've had several angry commenters on the channel already say, he better do it for free or I'm going to divorce him. Is this cheeked up? Why is this sign saying cheeked up? God damn it. Actually, let's think about Sandy first while I look at my bus, which is a cat bus for some reason. Will Sandy be able to come to town before we unlock access to the desert? And will she have a routine early on in the game? If this happens, things with the bus will have to be quite different, which doesn't seem very likely, because it seems to be quite hard baked into the game. So does this mean that she will remain, or she will be a gated love interest, as in, meaning we have to get to the desert first before we get to know her? Could there be a big switch up there? She doesn't have a schedule at all at the moment? You know what? Let's go and see her. I have a totem that'll take us there. Just bouncing jiggle physics. God damn. Like carrying a knapsack on the front of you. Oh, it's just hard work. Which one's going to the desert? This one. So yay, here we are in the long cat there. Here we are in the desert. Let's go see Sandy. Hello, Sandy. How you doing? Future marriage candidate, Sandy. How you doing? You're glad to see me. You're starting to think you'd never come back. Well, you might regret saying that, as we'll get married in the future. So, here over at Sandy's place, the one thing that for sure is going to change is this building, because it will no doubt have her living quarters added onto the building. Perhaps the door will be over here. Perhaps the door will be over there. Perhaps she'll have a separate house somewhere else. Perhaps her new schedule will be intertwined with new areas added to the desert. Oh, while we're here, we can look at Sandy's portrait, because at the moment we've only ever known Sandy to look at us from the side. In fact, she only has 3 different sideways portraits. Will we get a frontal Sandy portrait? Remember when we saw frontal Penny? Yeah, it was kind of terrifying, but like, will we get a frontal Sandy? Well, what exists in Stardew Valley Expanded, but that is not canon. Good news is we already know what her loved items are. I believe I have never given her a single loved item. Oh my god, don't look at what... Oh god. Or is Pam still on here? What a nightmare. This Sandy. I haven't given her a single loved item, but we do know what they are. She likes plants of the valley and stuff like that. What is Clint like? Have I ever given Clint anything? I've never given... Oh. He hates golden coconuts. So stepping out into the desert sun and getting horribly burned, I contemplate whether we will see an extended desert that will provide a new and more interesting schedule for Sandy. Or perhaps she'll just get on the bus and walk around Pelican Town, which seems a bit weird when you've got a shop to run. How is she going to have a schedule and walk around Pelican Town and be somebody you can bump into at the same time? Perhaps stuff will happen with the desert. It's going to be interesting to see. Nothing is straightforward about these marriage candidates. There's a lot of things that would have to change to accommodate them being romanceable characters. What will Sandy's character arc be like? We still don't really know anything about her. Do we know more about this camel than we know about Sandy? Many people have tried to answer this question with mods. I recall Dangerously Funny going dancing with Sandy many moons ago. I think he also married Clint at one point. Now these things are going to be canon. Back in the farmhouse here, we can begin to ask the question of what their spouse rooms will be like. Currently a Krobus BDSM dungeon, will this perhaps become a blacksmithing area for Clint? Will he actually become the most useful spouse in the game and do blacksmithing work right in the house? Open geodes for you, upgrade your tools? What will Sandy's spouse room be like? We've got nothing to go on with her. Like, what does Sandy even like or do? She's an open book. She's a blank slate. We don't know anything about her. We can't imagine what her personality will be reflected like in her spouse room because we just don't know anything about her. God, my house needs a freaking, oh no, dump truck Chromos is still installed. Holy moly. Let's get away from him quickly. Sandy is sure to be given tons of new dialogue with this update. What do you think it'll be like? What will she talk about? We literally don't know anything about her. Will we get any discount from her store, perhaps? Will she offer a special kind of star fruit to us after we marry her, like the yellow one? Will she upgrade it or something? Will she give us a new kind of seed? It's going to be incredibly interesting exploring all of Sandy's content. Stop barking with this new update. Hello, Clint. How are we doing? Going to be marrying you in the future.
I don't want to marry you. You're weird. I prefer not to marry you at all.
Too bad. Feelings mutual, but we're gonna have to do it for the giggles and the poop emojis and all that kind of stuff. Will any of this stuff be over at the farm? Will he have a spouse area where blacksmithing will be available? Will he upgrade tools for free? Will he open geodes on the farm? Will he become useful? Will his character not be so cringe? Will his cutscenes change? Now, Clint is a complicated fella, both as a character and when imagining him as a new spouse. He's quite cringe and quite pathetic. Will he be able to? Will he be more likable? Will his story change? Will Clint's existing hot events remain, with new ones just added on? His current hot events center around Emily. Will they be changed to factor us in to the story, more so than we already were? Would it not be odd to spend most of his hot events helping him chase after Emily? Clint's current hot events stop at 6 with only a recipe available at 7. So hot events for 8, 10, and 14 could possibly just be tacked on to the ones that he has, but that wouldn't be anywhere near as interesting, I don't think. Would the new 8 hot event provide a drastic turn of events where Clint realizes they actually like us more? It's also quite hard to imagine Clint having a relationship with a Basque farmer, given how he carries himself. How will he deal with that? Will he be surprised about it like Alex was? Here's an interesting question. Will they both turn up at the flower dance? Will you be able to dance with them at the flower dance? At what point will Sandy get to be at the flower dance? Surely she will be able to be there, from the get-go. Maybe she only turns up later. Will we see Clint clumsily dancing in the lineup? Quite likely. Will the dialogue from Emily's 8 hot event change if you're married or married to Clint or dating Clint? Will he still be really weird about this rivalry that he thinks you have with him and Emily? Will he become a more confident person as you progress with his storyline? Will he begin to love himself? I don't think it's nice in a way that Clint gets to be more than just a lonely blacksmith. He can have a full story now. He was originally intended to be a love interest, after all. Now he gets to have his shot. Both Clint and Sandy are essential vendors in the game. Will marrying them affect their roles? Will you get any special perks as a result? They're both linked to Emily. They have that in common. They're vendors and they're linked to Emily. Will she be heavily involved in their stories? More so than she already is. Do you have any interesting input about the massive changes this is going to bring to the game? 1.7 is going to have a whole lot more stuff going on, with kids being made more interesting and a new farm map, and no doubt the new team have worked really hard with Eric to create a whole bunch of new content too. It's going to be so much fun. We're going to be busy as heck around here. I mean, I have to marry Clint, but at least I get to marry Sandy.
Oh, I don't know about that. I might just have Karen marry Sandy instead.
What? Don't you do that to me, you scumbag! I demand to marry them both!
Oh, really? I was going to have somebody else marry Clint, but since you're so...
God damn it! Remember to subscribe and like this video.